Beware the doll. There are stories that are told for entertainment. And there are stories that are warnings. This is one of the latter. For centuries, dolls have been vessels of innocence, play, and comfort. But what happens when a doll becomes something else? When it becomes the bait for something that wants in. The tale you're about to hear is not fiction. It's rooted in real events. Verified by eyewitnesses. Studied by demonologists. Feared by priests. And locked away for decades, in a sealed case marked with one simple warning: positively do not open. Her name is Annabelle. And she is one of the most infamous haunted objects in the world. But the doll itself isn't what you should be afraid of. It's what's attached to her. And if you think you're safe just because you're listening, think again. This is Haunted Syntax. And tonight, we open the case on Annabelle, The Curse Begins. Part 1, The Gift That Should Never Be Given. It was the summer of 1970 in Hartford, Connecticut. A storm whispered outside as Donna, a nursing student, received a curious birthday gift from her mother, a vintage Raggedy Ann doll, purchased from a second-hand shop. Faded red yarn hair, black button eyes, a stitched-on smile. Harmless. At first glance. Donna placed it gently on her bed. Her roommate Angie thought it was sweet. But neither of them knew they'd just welcomed in something ancient. Something watching. Over the next few days, the doll began to move. Nothing obvious at first. Just a slight tilt of the head. Legs uncrossed. Arms at different angles. Then, it escalated. Donna came home to find the doll in the living room, kneeling on a chair with its back to the door. The air was cold. Stale. Silent. No one had been home. Part 2, Notes from Nowhere. The next morning, Donna found a piece of paper on the floor. Torn parchment, yellowed with age. In shaky childlike handwriting, "Help me." Angie found another note under the couch, "Help us." And then, one more, "Help Lou." Lou, Angie's boyfriend, hated the doll. Said it gave him migraines. Said it moved when no one was looking. One night, Lou fell asleep on the couch. And woke to paralyzing pressure on his chest. Something sat on him. Eyes open wide, he saw it, Annabelle, on his chest, her head slowly turning toward his face. He tried to scream. He couldn't. Invisible hands closed around his neck. He struggled, thrashed. And then, nothing. She was gone. But claw marks burned across his chest. 3 deep scratches. Bleeding. Red. Hot. They faded by morning, but not the fear. Part 3, The Seance That Should Never Have Been. Desperate, Donna contacted a medium. The candles flickered. Shadows crawled along the walls. The medium said the spirit inside the doll was a girl named Annabelle Higgins, a child who had died tragically on the land the building now stood upon. She said she wanted to be loved. To stay. To belong. Moved by guilt and sympathy, Donna and Angie gave her permission. But spirits lie. That was not the ghost of a little girl. That was something else. Something using the name Annabelle to lower their guard. To be invited in. And it had been. Part 4, The Warrens' Warning. When Ed and Lorraine Warren were called in, they didn't need much time to decide. Lorraine, a clairvoyant, said the presence was not human. It never was. Ed explained, spirits do not possess objects. Demons do. This entity is manipulating the doll, not living in it. And its end goal is human possession. They agreed to remove it. But even that wasn't easy. Part 5, The ride that almost killed them. Driving Annabelle to their home in Monroe, Connecticut, the Warrens experienced brake failure. Their steering locked. The car swerved violently without cause. Ed pulled over, grabbed a vial of holy water, and doused the doll while reciting prayers. Only then did the car settle. They brought her home. But not into the house. They placed her in a locked glass case in their occult museum, surrounded by symbols of protection, and blessed regularly by a priest. A hand-carved plaque beneath the glass reads, "Warning, positively do not open." Some didn't listen. Part 6, The Boy on the Motorcycle. Years later, a young man and his girlfriend visited the Warrens' museum. He laughed at the doll, mocked it, banged on the glass, dared her to scratch him like she did Lou. On their ride home, his motorcycle went out of control. He slammed into a tree. He died instantly. His girlfriend survived. She claimed he had lost control for no reason. As if someone else had taken the handlebars. Part 7, The Rumors of Her Escape. In August of 2020, internet whispers began to spread. A rumor, untraceable to any one source. Annabelle had escaped. People claimed her case had been found empty. The museum's cameras had gone dark. Screenshots were shared. Panic bloomed. Was she out there? The Warren son-in-law released a video later, confirming the doll hadn't moved. She was still behind the glass. But some believe that was a cover-up. Because the thing inside her doesn't follow rules, doesn't follow time, and doesn't stay where it's told. A week after the video dropped, a priest in Arizona was found dead in his study, his body twisted, and blood spelling one word across the wall: hello. Part 8, The Truth is Waiting. They say that if you see Annabelle in your dreams, you should never speak to her. They say she doesn't just haunt rooms, but minds. That once you've learned her story, she's watching. And if you're hearing this now, and you feel that tug, that crawling feeling behind your neck, maybe, just maybe, she's near. Part 9, From Haunted Syntax. You've been watching another true horror story from Haunted Syntax. We dive into real-life accounts, haunted artifacts, and dark legends they don't want you to hear. And Annabelle is just the beginning. If you dare. If you're brave enough to keep listening. Subscribe to Haunted Syntax now. But don't say we didn't warn you.